welcome back to another episode of Minecraft 101 Survival. Um, I've gone back out and done a little bit more exploring. I neglected to mention last episode, I had completely forgotten that gold does have another use besides making clocks. And matter of fact, I'll show you that right now. You can make something called a golden apple, which is useful for several things. Get this on here, like that. Surround an apple with gold, you get a golden apple. You eat that, it restores health, and it's useful in some of the brewing and crafting recipes. So it is good to have gold. I went back and got some more gold, some more iron, found a little more lapis. I organized our chest a little bit. You can see that I left I took some things out. I've taken quite a bit of our stone and wood and the sand and some other items out that we're going to need. I went back because I realized in the last video that I bypassed one of those minecarts. As I was rewatching the video and doing some editing, I realized I'd missed a minecart, and I found in that minecart, I went back to the coordinates and found this enchanted book, which we'll use later on. It's got Respiration 3, which is really good. That means you can go underwater, and Fire Aspect 3, or 2, sorry. So we can apply that to a helmet, and it'll give us the respiration. I don't think a helmet can have fire aspect, but whatever. It's a good book anyway. I made us another chest because it was getting quite full. In here I've got all our stuff for when we are ready to farm, and a little extra cobble and some odds and ends that we'll come back for. We're going to come back for some items later on, but right now we're going to go start building our next house, our actual house that we're going to live in. You can see our little garden's doing pretty well. We'll come back for that too, and we'll be harvesting all this stuff, and it'll be things that we'll use in another episode. And I'm just going to head over, I think it was in this direction. There's a plains biome, which is, I tend to build in the plains biome simply because they don't get the monsters that you get in the woods as much. I mean, you obviously still have, you still have mobs. You still have zombies and skeletons and so on. Goodness, I didn't think I had quite so much work to climb this hill, but apparently I do. So yeah, we'll go build in a plains biome, and that'll just make it a little bit easier for us to survive without getting creepers and things coming in on us all the time. So head in this direction and see if I can't find that plains biome. You can see it says forest, but out there where all this flat is, that's the plains. That's where I'd like to build our main base, where we'll actually spend most of our time and explore from, and probably store all our items and things. See if I can get over there. Because it's nice because we're very close to a forest. There's lots of trees and so on, and this is a nice spot because there's also, you can see off in the distance, there's a lot of mountains and hills and so on. There's some water here, which is good. We've got a good variety of different kinds of landscape around us. This is just a really nice spot, and you can see we'll get some really pretty views with the sunset, which is happening really soon. So here's a trick when you're exploring. I should have brought us a chest. I didn't think about that. But at any rate, take 2 iron ingots like that. You can make yourself a pair of shears. And I don't have any space in my inventory, so I'm actually going to have to drop those ingots for a minute. Just plant these flowers, just plant right on the grass. They just plant. And we'll try that again. Put those up there. Actually, I'm going to plant these red flowers too, because I'm going to need some space in my inventory here in just a minute. So what I got was shears. And the reason shears are good is you can go up to these sheep, right-click a sheep, and you get wool, just like that. Let's see, I need another sheep. Hello, Mr. Sheep. And I think that will give us enough wool. do what I need to do here. I'm going to set down my crafting table and hopefully pick up that wool that I just dropped. And I'm going to go into the crafting table. I need some wooden planks. Get 3 of those. And take the wool, and the other 2 wool are just light gray. Doesn't matter what color wool. And we get a bed. And we're going to lay that down. Right, oops. Well, sure we are. Going to lay that right down there. Right click, and we can sleep tonight. So even though we're out in the wilderness, that way we don't have things coming in and attacking us while we're in the night. It also reduces the number of monsters that spawn, because now the nighttime didn't last very long because we slept through it. So monsters really didn't have time to spawn. Let's see. There's a lot of water out here. There's quite a lot of space, you can see. A lot of sheep. There's some pigs over there, which is really good. That means we'll have plenty of food. Plenty of wood. There's wood all over the place. I was hoping to see some horses. We might have to, when we get to do some exploring, we'll find some horses. And some other things to look for. I think we're going to build right here in this little, it's kind of debating between this little low flat space here, or we could go up here on the hillside, which is also a nice area. Since this is a little more elevated, it's not quite as big a flat area. Really leaning towards this nice big flat space out here. Yeah, maybe I'll do a multi-level. I think I will. I haven't done that in quite a while. It's a lot of, that's one of the great things in Minecraft. You can make just about anything you can imagine. You can make any kind of house you like. It's just so versatile. A multi-level house will just give us a little bit more variety. We'll put part of it up here on this hill, and then part of it will be down here. Clear out some of this grass. Let's see. That's wood, that's dirt. There we go. Okay, I need it to be about 15 across. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oops, there's a hole down there. Probably don't want to build on top of a cave if we can help it, because there'll be a lot of noise. Let's see what's in here. Just a little cave, we can just light it up. If you don't light it up, zombies and things will come and spawn in here, and they'll just make a lot of noise. They'll just be down there growling and carrying on, driving us crazy. So I'm actually just going to seal that off. It's very small. There's really no point to this cave. And that way we won't get monsters spawning under our house and making a lot of obnoxious noise. So that will... Actually, I'm just going to cover this up. Just so we don't get... I tend to fall down holes. If there's a hole, I'll probably fall in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover that hole so that doesn't happen, hopefully. And that'll also... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just trying to get an idea of the dimensions we're working with here. Kind of makes it a neat little corner for a house. Get some seeds. Seeds are always good. They're used for different things. Planting, like I showed you last time. And also feed the chickens when you want to breed your chickens. So seeds are really handy. You can always use this. And you can do it by breaking grass. That's why it's useful to do this. Another quick way to break grass. Where did I leave my crafting table? Over here. I'll show you a really kind of a neat little trick. You can go on your crafting table. What do I do with the iron? This one. Just do 3 like that. You don't want the spheres, you want a bucket. Take your bucket, go over here to the water, right click to get a bucket of water. And you can go back over to where you want to break your grass. Create kind of a kind of clear out the space. Put down a bucket of water and you can see how it spreads. And you can probably see how it's breaking grass. So that's just another way to do it. And if you want to make like a garden with a water feature, you can do a lot of by placing a square of water. And you can right click again and pick it up. It's just kind of a handy little trick. You need to clear a big area of grass and so on. I think first thing I'm going to need to do is lay a foundation. So I'm going to start... I actually want to put down a floor, so I'm going to go ahead and build us a chest to keep some of this stuff in while we're working. Just for simplicity's sake. There's so much stuff in my inventory it's hard to maneuver, so I'm going to go ahead and just build us a chest. I need 2 logs, 8 pieces of plank. Around the circle you get a chest. Real simple. See, I've got no more space, so let's place my chest down. But then I can store things that we're not using yet. I can store up in my chest here like that. We don't need the water right now. That's probably good for now. Can be. This is really just a very early beginning. I'm not going to be able to build the whole house today. It's going to be too long of a video if I do. I just wanted to show you a couple things. Granite. You put it in a crafting table like that. You get polished granite. You get back the same amount you put in the crafting table, so you're not losing any. Same thing with diorite. So now you've got polished diorite, polished granite, and same with the andesite. And I'll show you the difference here just a second. Let me move some of my stuff out of my inventory. There's a piece of granite and polished granite and diorite, polished diorite. And where'd the andesite go? There's the polished, and there's the regular andesite. So if you have granite, it just looks like that, like we've seen in the caves. Polished granite, kind of cool, huh? It makes it like it even has little outlines so you can get like tiles. So I thought that was kind of a cool look. Whoops. Got rid of my pickaxe, so I can't even break it. Now when you pick this up again, it stays polished, so you don't have to worry, you can just pick it up again. Same thing with the diorite. There's the plain diorite, just white like we've seen in the caves. And then the polished just has a little bit more polished look. It's a little different, and it's got that little outline around it. Kind of cool. Oh, bunny. Here comes the bunny to check out what we're doing. The animals, when you're building, will drive you crazy. They will come in and try to like walk where you're building and just generally make a nuisance themselves. Same thing, there's the, oops, wrong button. S goes backwards. W goes forwards. And there's the polished andesite. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. So you can just see the difference in the polished. Just gives you really cool flooring options. This is a new thing in this update of Minecraft, the new stones. Relatively new addition to Minecraft. So I'm impressed with it. I like it. I think it's very cool. So I like to use the diorite to outline my floors. That's 5. I want to go 15. I think that might be 10, yeah? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm actually going to split this up just a little bit because I want to build rooms, and so I'm going to do the rooms different colored floors. Now the sun's going down, so I'm probably going to get back in the bed here in just a minute and sleep so that we don't have monsters just running all over while we're trying to build. Whoops. Well, that happens. Sometimes you misplace a block. You just pick it up. Get back over to our bed. Squids in the water there. They're harmless. They've got kind of this terrifying mouth. I don't know if I can get any of them to open up near us so we can see it. But yeah, you can see the teeth on that one. Kind of get closer. It's kind of hard to see in the dark, but that's a squid. And they've got this really awful looking mouth under them, but they're completely harmless. They're useful for ink sacs. You want those to dye things with. Back in the bed, and then it's daytime, so now we don't have to worry about things attacking us while we're working. Goodness, those sheep are loud. And you can do pretty much any kind of floor you like. You can do a pattern, you can do really anything. I'm just going to mess around and do kind of a random pattern here, just for fun. But you can do really anything you like with your rooms. You can do. Actually, I'm going to change that just a little. Make that a little different. I'm trying to think how I want to lay this out so that I actually plan it a little better than I normally do. I don't often plan my houses. I just tend to build and go with it, and then if I change my mind later, I can always take it back out and build it again. I'm just going to fill this in so we can build on top of it without worrying about the level of the ground. I may make a patio. This might be our lower part of, this might be our yard out here, so I might just make this a patio. Let's see. I think I needed to go up one, didn't I? Alright, I'll stay with the diorite for the foundations. Shovel. That's not a shovel. There we go. Make a little more space. kind of a neat look. Oops, I missed a corner. Okay, this I think will be our storage. Maybe we'll put our bedroom in here. We'll need a storage area, so we'll put our chests and so on up in there. And then we're going to need one more space, which I'm thinking we'll put over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I hear a zombie. We don't find where he's hiding. I wonder if there's another cave over here somewhere. I hear him growling, but I don't see him. So he might be up there in the trees. There could be another cave underneath where we're building. Not a big deal. If he shows up, we'll deal with him then. So meantime, goodness. We'll get rid of some more of this grass. Two, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's not what I'm after. Some dirt. Oh, go away, zombie. I don't see him. I keep hearing him growl, but I don't see him. So, whatever. Go away, zombie. There must be another cave nearby. I keep hearing him growl. He's not very loud, which means he's not very close. It just seems like we should be able to find him. Ooh, that looks like clay. Shovel, and we'll find out. Yep, that's clay. That's excellent, because we can use that later on. For now, back to building our house. I don't know where he could possibly be. Oh well. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that would be the chest room. This will be our... Actually need 5 square. This is going to be buried, so I don't actually need to use the fancy stone. I can just use the cobble to make our foundation. Oops. There. So you're not going to see this stone, so there's no sense in putting the fancy stone here. And actually, you could set it right on the dirt. Doesn't matter. I'm just using this to mark out my boundary. I'm kind of a lousy builder. I'm not really good at building, so I like to make it a little easier on myself by marking my space out so that I don't have to worry about the edges so much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a reason for this room, and I will get into that. I'm just going to go ahead and lay a foundation out. I think our walls we're actually going to do some types of wood, make some different fancy walls. But, oops, did I run out of polish? I did, so I got to make some more. So you can just hold down your right click button and drag your stone over the crafting table, and it'll put equal amounts in the boxes. And again, I think I'm going to do that. Floor. Just be fancy. Put one. I'll leave that open for a doorway. There'll be a door that comes in from the other room. And actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do the floor like this. Dig down just like leave grass blocks. I like to open the grass. You know, if you want to fix your floor, you could do that. No big deal. Really, any way you like. Now I'm taking this back up and I'm going to replace part of this with cobble, only because these pieces, when I'm finished, are going to be covered. I'm going to be putting bookshelves in here, and so these pieces won't actually show where this cobble is going. And I'll explain that when we get that far. But for the meantime, this is just a layout of where our enchantment table is going to go. And I just really like the diorite. I'm going to use that for our, the floor where it's actually going to show. And I'll just fill this diorite for in here, just because I like the look of it. That'll be a cool looking floor, I think. And that leaves us a little bit of space in front of our enchanting table that we'll be able to walk around the space in. This will be our bedroom over here. That'll be our chest room. And since the sun is going down, we're going to go back over to our bed. We're in good shape, and I will stop there for now, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.